Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Design. So we did a test on this truck about 3 weeks ago. We shared that information with you. We took it on about a 900-mile road trip. We actually did the exact same thing with the Yukon here. Stopped at the same gas stations, made the same exact loop. It was 900 miles. Actually, this one, it came in at 921, which I don't understand unless it's actually going off a GPS, because when we did a 70-mile-an-hour test with this one, at 70 miles an hour, it was off about 2.2 to 2.5 miles an hour, where this one at 70 miles an hour was only off about 1.2 to 1.5 is what we saw at that 70-mile-an-hour mark. This one, we got 13.2 on the 900-mile loop. This one here, we got 11.7 miles to the gallon. If you look at this one with all the lighting in the camper or on the top and all the lighting in the front, you would think that this would affect it even more so, but it did. And then one of the other things that I can tell you that I thought was really impressive is on a 2-lane highway, when passing in this vehicle, we're able to get up behind a car, and when we'd pass, the passing time was a lot less in this versus this. Was this more comfortable to drive? I would say yes, it was. It was more comfortable because of the independent rear suspension on this versus the straight axle on this. Do I think the off-road capability is quite as good with this as it is with this? I don't think so. But as far as comfort inside, it was definitely more comfortable. This truck has a panoramic roof. This has our new basket rack in it. It turns into a basket, or if you put the bars up to the top, that'll allow the panoramic roof to work. We actually have the same exact roof rack that we just finished for the Sequoia to allow those people with the panoramic roof to be able to use their panoramic roof, or if they don't care to use their panoramic roof and they just want to use the regular sunroof because they don't have a panoramic, they'll be able to make their basket, make it into a basket. So this is a little bit taller here. The nice thing about this rack is that we don't have to go back to the drawing board. We don't have to make any changes. Even at 70, 80 miles an hour, it did not have any wind noise. It did have a little bit of wind noise with the skis actually in it. With the rack off of, or the ski rack off of it totally, it makes no wind noise at all. So very happy with how that turned out. This truck also has our preload collar lift, both in front and rear. We like the way the car sits. It is a little bit squattier in the back because of the rear tire carrier on the back, but what we're gonna do is we are actually going to add a little bit more height to it, to the rear and a little bit to the front. It is lifting the front up because it's pulling down on the back, but we are gonna take the tire carrier off, take our measurements, and we're gonna add another ½ inch into this truck totally. This truck is also gonna get a set of our rock sliders. It's gonna get a set of our ditch lights, brackets. We've made billet emblems for the front to match the wheels. We've made billet emblems here in the side, and then we've also done billet bottle openers. So everything's gonna match the finish on the wheels on this truck when we're all done. So it'll look really nice. But you know, it was great to take this truck on that road trip and take this truck and really do a comparison between the two of them. Do I think that this truck has more room in the third row? Absolutely do. The rear axle on this, the straight axle, takes up a lot of the floor space for way they have to do the flooring in it. So you lose a lot of leg room in the third row on that. But I think it was a great comparison between the two. Obviously the speedometer, like I said, was slow. Read slower, slower than what we were really going, which doesn't make sense because this one read slower than that one did. They both at the time had 35s on them. They should be pretty close as far as how far off they were. And if this one read another mile an hour slower, the mileage on the car shouldn't have been as high as it actually showed at 921 or 922, which that to me makes me think that maybe it's actually going off a GPS signal and not actually off of tire speed. So again, we hope that gives you guys some kind of comparison between these two vehicles. I think they're both great vehicles. This one with 35s, if you look at the two of them together, it actually looks like it almost stands just as high as it. So pretty impressive. I think the GMC is a really good looking truck. The Sequoia is a really nice vehicle as well. I guess it's personal preference and what's important for you as far as the vehicle goes. But again, we'll have some more stuff to share with you. We're getting the ladder built up for the Yukon right now. I'll have that on the back, and then we'll share some of the other items that we plan on doing to that thing for you as well. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this. Bye-bye.